class. My name is Karen Anderlich, and I would like to share with you my thoughts on Chapter 10's Childhood Development. The definition of childhood development is considered to be the different stages of growth a child goes through from birth to adulthood. My research will focus on how the child perceives thoughts and actions as they grow. Small children have false beliefs, emotions, and desires in which their cognitive abilities perceive life. Through this process comes their ability to have mental ideas of themselves and others, which is called theory of mind. First, children can have false beliefs on what others say. For instance, I may believe Sesame Street comes on at 8 a.m. every morning, but my friend believes it comes on at 9. You are positive it comes on at 8, so you also know that your friend has a false belief because they have the wrong time. This false belief helps a child understand your friend has a separate mind from what is actually the truth. Small children around the age of 3 had difficulty realizing the separate mind concept, but as a child grows to 4 or 5 years old, they were able to predict and know the other person had a false belief. Next, around the age of 4, children begin to realize they can deceive one another to get what they want. They are not exactly lying, but learn what to say to get what they want. Children learn early if they lie and get what they want, they will do it again. They like the results, so continue to deceive others. An example would be 2 children playing with a garbage truck and a cement truck. Joey tells his friend Sam his garbage truck is used to haul people's trash and is useless. Sam begins to feel his garbage truck is bad, so he gives it to Joey. Joey now has both trucks and knows both are good for separate reasons. Joey deceived Sam by telling him his truck was useless, so he would be given the garbage truck. Joey deceived so he could get what he wanted. The child's mind has, on occasion, had trouble distinguishing between appearance and reality. Children can be given a bowl of clay and told to make a dog. When asked what the clay was, some children believed it was a real dog instead of the clay dog. The child has to figure out what is real and what is not. These false beliefs were again true for 3-year-olds, but by the time the child reaches 4, they begin to understand the difference between reality and the appearance. As children grow, they begin to make global judgments on what and how many items they will remember. For instance, a child can be shown 12 pictures of animals and then asked how many they would remember. Of course, most were very confident they would be able to remember all 12. This could be a result of the wishful thinking hypothesis, which is when children wish they could remember all 12 pictures. The wishful thinking hypothesis could be a partial reason for children's overconfidence. When older children were asked to do the same experiment, they studied the harder pictures for a greater length and spent little time on the easier pictures. Children's memory improvements grew year after year. Another aspect of childhood development is children's metacognitive judgments. These were tested for their feeling of knowing judgments. Feeling of knowings are when a person has a feeling and knowing something will be able to recall it when they need it. For instance, a middle childhood or adolescent child studying for a test. They would study questions they were unfamiliar with longer than those they knew very well. When it came time for their test, their feeling of knowing thoughts kicked in. These feeling of knowings were more accurate when they felt they could recall as opposed to not recalling anything at all. When asked the viewpoint of other countries when dealing with childhood development, they are different than in the United States. The United States view is there is no script on raising children. Parents feel they dictate the future of their children. But in Norway and Japan, children are raised to be independent at an early age. In West Africa, children are watching children. Girls watch their younger siblings starting at the age of 4. This is very common and blows my mind when I think of a 4-year-old watching somebody else. China has limited space compared to the US. They also have less teamwork approach to children ages 3 to 5. Since China has limited resources, the children tend to have less creative minds than in the US. Lastly, children use strategies to help them remember their thoughts on occasion and have developed knowledge by doing so. Even if they don't get the right answer, they are learning by doing. When children are overconfident in knowing the answers and don't use their strategies to gain the knowledge, they will perform at a lower level. Hands-on experience helps children learn. They are doing by learning. In conclusion, Children grow and their mental abilities grow with them. Even though children have false beliefs at an early age, they tend to grow out of them and begin to be able to tell truths from falsehoods. Children begin to understand the ability to learn and mature as they grow. Through following their parents and peers, children learn by doing and begin to develop their own views on life. Even though children are raised differently in different countries, they still grow to understand what is right and wrong. Children grow from the early childhood phase into the middle phase to adolescence with the help of those who are active in their lives. I hope you enjoyed learning about the childhood development from Chapter 10, as I did. Thanks, and have a great day.